You ever wonder why the forest whispers at night? Why the air gets still right before the truth arrives? It's because the world already knows what you refuse to see. The last three, we have returned. We walked into these woods as shadows, and came back out carrying prophecy. Week after week, we have shouted from the darkness, follow us.
When the playbook meets the unknown, legends are born in fire. This is legit fantasy football.
They still wandered blindly, tripping over their own paths. So now, speak for us. Scream, watch, fantasy, football. Because while the law keeps their bad advice.
Hey! Who'd you talk to? What's going on? It's me, Mike Leppy, King Michael. This is legit fantasy football. Broadcasted live on LegitTube, TUBE.com. I get stuck on the dot. Joining me as always, Mastradamus. What's up, Matt?
What's going on? Good morning to everybody. We're still hot, still ripping it. 3-3 was our worst week of the year, and that's hotter than most people are doing it. Like, I got eyes for the whole yard today, and I feel very good. I always can feel whether or not we've been seeing the field every week all year long, but I see the field miraculous today. It seems like I have binoculars on. Maybe I do.
By the way, I'm so cold in my basement in the New England area that I'm wearing a hoodie, my jacket, and a black cowboy hat. Speaking of black cowboy hats, Captain Picard, what's up, Sean?
What's up, everybody? How we doing? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas coming up. That's my favorite holiday. So because of Thanksgiving, where there were 3 games, because of Friday, which I'm so glad the Eagles lost. Oh, you know what? It's one thing to be a shit show all year, like the Giants are. There's another to be a good, really good, solid, great team that's just shit in the bed like they do a lot. They just fall apart. And you know what? Jalen Hurts doesn't like them. They don't like him. So we only have 14 total games, I think. They actually gave us 4 o'clocks, but there's 14 total games. So before we start with the games, this is the question that I wrote down that I want to ask first. This year, which teams would you say that you're seeing the best? Like, it doesn't have to be your favorite team, but for some reason, give me 2 teams that you've been like rock solid with, and 2 teams that you just can't figure out when you pick them. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because I have the evidence. I could go into my portal and I can look at the teams, and actually off the top of my head, I'm not like in there like that, but I know the team that I'm not seeing the most, and I'm not seeing the Saints. Haven't seen them yet. I like to continue to, like, I don't know why. I'm not wasting a lot of points. Like, it's a points-based system. I can actually see how many points I've expended on them, but I know it's like 0-6, which is crazy because if you look at the slew of the games, I'm over 60% in the spread league, picking 10 games a week, and I've been doing very well. But I'm seeing the Patriots very well. Seeing Buffalo, I've been seeing very well this year. And this is right or wrong.
Not as good as me. Not as good as me.
Going against them or with them, I've been seeing them. I don't know. I could actually, I would be right or wrong by, like, I'd be lying to you if I told you, but I could send screenshots later on. There's a good 10, 15 teams that I'm seeing with Eagle Eye.
I'll go 1-1 with you on the Bills, because you know why? I've actually spoken about the Bills fan base on a couple of times, going against you guys, and won. So I know I have that footage. So I was going to pick the Bills myself. Sean, give me a team.
I picked against the Bills a lot this year.
Sean?
Yeah, I was gonna say the Bills, but I'll say Tennessee.
I've seen Tennessee a lot. Yeah, I've seen Tennessee a lot.
Here's the one that bothers me the most. Two teams that bother me, just totally bother me: the Cardinals, and the Falcons.
Yep.
I don't, week in, week out, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't. It's like matchups. So those teams have been really hard. Now, really quickly, Sean, I sent you the reel that I made of one of the ones I found. Did you guys see in the Browns game? It was fourth. They were on the 29-yard line, right? And they punted. The over-under was 34.5. If they would have kicked a field goal, it would have went to 35 points. They were on the 29-yard line, and the coach decided to kick a field goal. I mean to punt it.
Punt it. Dude.
Doesn't that bother anybody else? That, to me, that right there, that's one blatant so far this year that I can name.
Fire them.
I think with the in-game gambling and I actually have been saying this just recently. I called my friends and I started having, I said, are the referees now in with the play calling? I really truly believe with the in-game gambling, we're seeing more teams go for it on fourth when it doesn't make sense, when you should just kick it, minimize possessions. At a loss for words.
Giants have done that twice. The Giants did that when Dayball made the call to go for a field goal. I mean, to keep the field goal instead of taking the first and goal on the one, like the half-yard line. Because that was actually the spread. And then it just happened last week with the Giants again when Malik Neighbors made comments about it on X. Like, are we throwing the game because of the spread? It's literally like they've done that twice. So that's to me the two Giants incidents. The Browns one I can name. I know there's going to be more than that, but that's to me almost proof that there's some in-game shit going on. That does. Sean, you don't punt at the 29, do you?
You can't do it.
The thing is this, and it really, like, when here we are, we're watching this program, and a lot of people, if they're watching it, they understand that I've been saying this year after year. I watch as I feel that this product is being touched all over, but now that it's like too much touching, it's like I'm trying to get the idea of how this game's going to fall beforehand. But I think that while it's in game and there's money coming in game, it changes the end game result on how they want. And that's something that you can't prepare for because the money is coming in while the game is moving. And I think you're seeing like more teams like what happened with the Denver Broncos and the Giants, more games like you're going, oh, it's 29-0. Well, I bet that team that has 0 points still has a chance to win. It's crazy. It's crazy.
The Cowboys. I think the Cowboys were going to beat the Eagles and they're down 21-0. I'm like,
21-0. And I actually felt that too. I said, I still believe, and they actually won the game. But I said I had the Cowboys at 3.5, and I said I still believe with 21 down that the Cowboys have a chance to come back and cover that spread. Not only did they cover it, they won. We're seeing this more often than ever in the NFL, and I don't like it. I think that it's completely.
Here's what it comes down to. We already have to fight Vegas and the way they manipulate the odds. I don't want to have to fight Vegas and then some unseen entity that's gambling.
I think it's all connected, King. I think it's their octopus. That's why I think, we're going.
We're going to stop. We just killed that 15 minutes that I wanted to.
It's all right.
We'll stop with the 1 o'clock games. All right. So this week there's a lot of 3-point spreads, which is and then there's a couple of like really big ones. So let's navigate. Sean, The Texans are going to travel to Indianapolis. The Colts are favored by 3 at home. Who do you like in this game?
This is our Colts. This is our team. Well, let me tell you something about the Colts. Besides having that fan of the year, that if you haven't seen that video, look it up. It will stick in your head for the rest of your life, and will partially
Not my
be on
head,
your tombstone.
It's stuck in your head, is what the problem
It's
is.
stuck in my head.
I got Timu.
I've never seen it, and I don't want to. Oh,
That's what I got stuck in my head.
So we're gonna start out today big. We're gonna go upset. We're gonna say Texans, baby, because Texans. Let me tell you something. They got their quarterback back. Texas been looking real good. The young kids are starting to step up at wide receiver. Schultz is looking better. And yeah, I like the Texans all day over Indy. I'm sorry. I know everyone's going to say that Indy's going to right the ship, but I don't think so. I think today, boo, downhill.
Let me go next. Sean, you're completely right. Daniel Jones, the Colts, the team itself, they're going to fold right now like origami. It's going to be where the Colts go like this because they just weren't as good as they looked. And that's what you're going to find out. And the Texans are an ugly team to play. And the Colts aren't going to play well against them. I like the Texans in this game outright myself, which is odd enough. Now, Matt can split that up, and that's fine. Go right ahead, Matt.
oh, I don't know. If you've been doing a show with me, and you have, and you know that I've been on the Houston Texans forever. Not only, it's crazy because Sean said upset. You would think it's an upset by looking at the spread. The spread started at 4.5, went to 3.5. It's down to 3. That's all the money coming in on Houston, and I'm not going against them. I'm jumping on that wave. This is not. I've said a few times this show this year, lock of the week, this is the lock of the century right here. Houston rolls. Daniel Jones is a little banged up. Tyler Warren is on the injury report, popped up yesterday. You know what he did? He broke the golden rule. You don't eat food that's been sitting on the stove. He did it, and it was actually one day late. Yes. He ate Thanksgiving leftovers a day later than you're supposed to. He ate them on Saturday. Doesn't feel too good. He's the focal point of the offense. He'll be out there because he has to be. JT, his over-under is 88 yards. I'm going to say go with the under. Houston Texans, like Mike said, ugly. They're the best defense in the NFL. Mm-hmm. And they sacked Josh Allen 8 times. And who was it they sacked 7 times last week? I think it was Jacoby. This is a ferocious D-line. They come with 4. They come with 4 people. That's it. This defense is ready, and I think that this is more bigger divisional game than you can imagine. Houston wipes the floor with the Indianapolis Colts.
Wow, we come right out of the gates with an upset
of the week. The life winners I seek, cash in my hand and hope in my feet. Step to the rhythm, feel that beat. The life, oh, the winners I seek.
Nice.
You know, my favorite is the winners I seek. So the Texans are officially out first. All right, Matt, I'll send it to you. The next game, the Cardinals travel to the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are at home. Buccaneers are favored by 3.5. Who do you like in this game?
This is another game back-to-back that I love. And it's only because the Cardinals cannot stop anybody rushing the ball. When the Buccaneers, and it doesn't matter who they have rushed the ball because they get Bucky back today. Say Bucky gets a little tenderness on that shoulder. We know they got guys to tote the ball. I don't expect that to happen. I think Bucky's going to be just fine. Give me the Buccaneers minus the 3.5 all day long. Take it to the bank. That's a lock.
Matty just dropped. I know Sean just dropped. All right, I guess I got to go next. I hate to do this, but yeah, I agree with you again on this one. The Buccaneers are a better team than the Cardinals, right? They've got that young receiver, Mbuka.
Yeah.
Come on. And you're getting Bucky Irving back today? Yeah. No, I like the Cardinals -3.5 myself. I mean, the Buccaneers -3.5. I don't like the Cardinals. Like, no reason to get excited for me, so I'm going to stick with the Bucks -3.5. Captain.
Yes, the only team hurt more than Tampa Bay is Arizona. And Tampa Bay is getting back people today, as you guys probably just mentioned. So I like Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay over Arizona.
Holy Christ almighty. Holy Christ on a cracker.
It's a lock! 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 It's a lock!
I don't know what they're feeding those kids, but their voices are really, really deep. Like, should they be that deep? Let's go to the next game. And I feel like all these teams so far, right? The Texans, the Colts, the Cards, the Bucks. Junk. Right? I don't care about them. And then the next two teams is like, Jags travel to the Titans. It's like 6 of the worst teams I can think of. The Jags are favored by 5.5, playing the Titans at home. Now, the Jags have been proving me wrong the last couple of weeks. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. I can't tell when they're going to play really well or when they're going to not and they're going to stumble. So what I usually go by is how ugly is the team that they're playing? Like, in other words, how ugly will the other team make the game? And the Titans, they fit the bill for me perfectly at 5.5. They are an ugly ass team that fits the bill. That
6.5.
I'll take. Oh, is it Texans? No,
6.5. 6.5.
Oh, I have it at 5.5.
Okay.
I have it at 5.5. Either way, I'm taking the Titans. Sean?
Yeah, 6.5, 5.5. I think Jacksonville wins by 7 over the Titans. Titans have been playing a little better lately, but I hate to say it, Jacksonville just finds a way. I don't know how they're doing it, but with the spread, they've been finding a way to stay in it. So I'm going Jacksonville.
I think I use your 5.5 rule more than you do.
I know, but I will be using it today.
All right, Matt.
What a tough game on the spot. Ooh, to split it down the middle. I don't want to say either of these guys are wrong. Oh, so tough. Go against my Cats with the Tennessee Titans. It's so tough. I'm going to go with the 5.5. I like the Jacksonville Jaguars. I really do. I think that, like King says, there's some weeks that they look really good. And then some weeks you're like, what is going on out there? And I think that the Tennessee Titans, as of late, have been really showing some push and shove. I don't expect the Tennessee Titans to win this game, but I do expect them to land some blows and look decent in another outing. Let me get the Tennessee Titans with those points.
All right, Sean, you went Han on that. We take the Titans. You take the Jags. Hold on, I'm writing this down about the Titans. All right, let's go to Sean. Sean, the Rams are going to Carolina. The Rams are going into Carolina, favored by 10.5. What do you think of that game?
What do I think of that game?
What do you think of that game?
What's the deal with football?
What?
I think that Carolina is extremely good at home. I think that Carolina has a back named Dowdle that can catch out of the backfield. I think that there's a 5.5 rule for a reason. And I think the Carolina Panthers pull the upset over the Rams.
Wow. Two things. Wow on that pick. And secondly, before I kick it to Matt, I was laughing at myself and I wrote a note down. I understand now why Matt says certain things. He has a daughter, a young daughter, so he's got like lines that must be hip, or people say now, or like he was like, that's awesome. Like I'm like so out of this. Like no, he's got a daughter. That's what it is. Matt, who do you like in this game?
Oh, my daughter does. She's like the spare. And it's true because
He wears off.
if
I know, I
if,
had one.
if
I had
you
one.
have if you have a daughter, there's absolutely this presentation where you have to be, and they bring it out of you like a sphere, like a spear, not a sphere, not a sphere, a spear. This is a tough game. I'm gonna go with the Rams here just because Bryce Young is not. He's almost plateauing. It's not like he's transcending, and it's not like he's gonna be making more plays than Matt and Puka and Adams are. And I think that there's plenty of plays to be made against that Panthers defense. And I think that's what it really comes down to is there's no defense on the Carolina Panthers side, and there is in the Rams. So give me the Rams minus the points.
I'm kind of glad you guys split on this because where I sit on this game is this. The Panthers should stay within 10.5 points, right? But if there's one team that's going to beat you by 10.5 points, it's the Rams. So, if I had to pick it, I would take the Rams. If I would stay away from the game, but if I had to pick it, I'm just going to go with the fact that the Rams can score so many points, so many goddamn points. And Devontae Adams on the goal line is unstoppable. That's literally an unstoppable route. All right, let's move to the next one. Matt, the Saints travel to Miami. Miami is at home, favored by 5. I have strong opinions on this game, but you go first.
I can't even believe I'm saying this. But this team is fighting for Mike McDaniel, and they've yet to show any signs of quit. It's crazy to me that it's 5.5 points because Tyler Shuck is playing. And what else is amazing is anybody who picked up Devin Nail, like everybody kind of stayed away from him when Kamara got injured because they were like, I haven't liked what I've seen from Kamara. They don't throw the ball to Kamara. If you go and look at his player props, his over-under for receptions is 3.5. And they expect him to catch the ball. So just because Alvin Kamara didn't do that and that wasn't in the repertoire, I expect Devin Nail to get those 3.5 because that's what Vegas says is going to happen. So I think if Devin Nail is out there, pick him up. But I do still think that I think Miami's defense still has holes. I just think Miami's going to play more and make more plays. And I'll take Miami in minus the 5.5. But it wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't touch this game. This is just I would side with Miami, but I could see Tyler and the Saints because I think I like what I see from the Saints. But I've been wrong with the Saints all year long. I'm not going to jump on their bandwagon.
Sean?
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, I don't think people realize how good Miami's running game has been as of late. It really, both receiving out of the backfield and rushing, really has been tearing up these poor teams. They're poor themselves. But, yeah, I think Miami's going to have a big day today.
All right. I hate to be that guy.
Oh.
I like the Saints. 5.5's a lot for Miami. Miami's still not a good team. They're just not. And the Saints are one of those teams that, like with Neal, they could score some points quick. Next thing you know, it's a game. I don't see Miami, if they had ever come from behind, what they would do. Just saying, weird things could happen. That's too much. It's the 5.5 rule. I stick with that. I heard it from a very wise man. I'm taking the Saints.
King, I'll reverse my pick and I'll go with you.
Oh, whoa.
Because I like the Saints too, but I like Miami to win. But I agree. I think it's too many points, and I like what Shuck has been doing. And I think Devin Neal is going to provide some kind of young, quick feet.
Yeah.
And I still think there's holes on that Miami defense.
A lot. Yes. All right. So we split on that one. I'll take this one. The Atlanta Falcons travel to the Jets. The Falcons go in favored by 3. This, to me, is my favorite pick out of all the games. I love the Jets at home. Oh, I love the Jets at home getting 3 points. Because if there's a team that will play ugly with you, the Jets and Falcons, that matchup is going to look like hot garbage just being stirred up in the Meadowlands. I like the Jets at home. I do. The Jets are playing with house money, man. I like the Jets. Sean.
Yeah. You know what? I really like the Jets. I think the change in quarterback's going to do them well today. Atlanta doesn't have Drake London today, so they can't tear the roof off the roofless Meadowlands. So
top off the empty roof. Can't take the top off the empty roof.
And that's the thing. You just can't take the top off it. So it's a spring break rule too. But Jets, Jets. Not rooting for them, but saying they're going to win.
Wow. All right. That's two. Matt.
I can't believe this. I, too, like the Jets, and that makes it a lock.
Oh, Christ. That's a team to make a lock out of. The Jets are officially...
Of the week, the lock winners I seek. Cash in my hand and hope in my feet. Step to the rhythm, feel that beat. The lock, oh, the winners I seek. The lock.
Oh, the winners I seek. Jets, Jets become our third. You know, we're bold. We took some bold teams. Texans, Bucks, Jets so far.
That's right.
That's what's called bold. All right, last 1 o'clock game, Sean, the 49ers, favored by 5.5. They travel over to what you called last week, the Shedeur Sanders Browns. Who do you like in the game?
All right. You know what? Last week, I got laughed at. But if there is one team that is the 5.5, I guess, pageant winner, there they are, the Cleveland Browns.
5.5.
5.5
gowns. Sorry.
So yeah, I really think Shedeur Sanders. I think a lot of the way that you had Jackson Dart, you have Shedeur Sanders. You see the team act different on the sideline. You see the team. They're up for him. They're standing. They're watching the game. They're engaged. When you get a team like that, all of a sudden they start playing better. And I know you think their pros are going to be engaged, but it takes that little extra motivation. They're getting that from Shedeur. I think a big upset, Cleveland over the Niners.
49ers. Matt, who do you like in this game? 49ers.
I was on the opposite side, but I'm going to go with Captain because of everything he just said. And I do believe that. I was wrong with Shedeur last week, and I'm not going to be wrong with him again. I think he did the little things that where you'd expect somebody to do the opposite, he actually succeeded. And I'm not going to go against that because that's the little winning recipe, the greatness, in those young men where he could have threw the ball away. Instead, he throws it down the field to where only his receiver can make a play, and he did. And it was like that's kind of the back-breaking plays for the defense when they go, we can't get off the field against this kid. And he's problems. He is problems. And he believes in himself, and they believe in him. And I think that there's plays to be made against the San Francisco defense. And I think that defense for the Cleveland Browns is just good. We've seen Brock Purdy throw 3 picks last week, and we were like, how many more picks is he going to throw? I think he can do that again this week. I'll take the Browns.
So see that's where I was going to go with this. You guys are going on the very much pro Shador train. I'm going on the anti Brock Purdy train.
Yeah.
If you look at they showed his stats versus Mac Jones's stats and how many interceptions, how much faster he's throwing than Purdy. And again, I'm at a 5.5 spread. I gotta take the Browns, which makes the Browns our fourth official. Let me see. Let me do normally quick.
It's a lock. It's a lock, I tell you. Oh, well.
I love Norm.
I do have my favorite. Texans, Bucks, Jets, Browns. We're just picking like the worst teams.
Yeah, but what other? Let me say something though, Mike. What other show is picking the Jets in Cleveland this week?
No one
You know
has
what I
the
mean?
ball. No one has
Nobody.
the ball with us. All right.
How about Houston right off the bat? Like Indy's an AFC darling. You know, Houston is coming from the basement.
Yeah.
The proof will be in the pudding. Moving to 4:00. Matt, Minnesota travels to Seattle. I don't know what's wrong with Minnesota. I can't figure it all out. I mean, if J.J. McCarthy is just going to keep playing like he's playing, that's what's wrong with Minnesota. But I still can't figure the whole thing out. Seahawks are favored by 12 at home. What do you like, Matt?
It's such a travesty to see J.J. McCarthy. It's what it truly is. It's just sometimes when people don't prepare for a test, or they're overwhelmed, or they just don't believe that they can do what the task in front of them. We see them wither away. It's crazy because you got these people who make it to the NFL. They have all the capabilities, athletic abilities, and they don't believe in themselves. That's what we have with J.J. McCarthy. So now you have this undrafted rookie free agent coming in. No way is he going to. This is the NFL still, and I listen. Do I know the heaviness of this kid's ball sack? I don't. So he could go out there and he could just wing it and make J.J. McCarthy look like an idiot because he's got the tools at hand. Do I think that that's going to happen? No way. Not against Seattle. Give me Seattle, but it just sucks to see anybody who had anything to do with the offense of Minnesota, because it's a wasteland, and you figured like a well-oiled machine it would be operating by anybody at the helm, but that's not the case. I think Seattle just goes in there and beats the shit out of them.
So let me interject. Who's starting at quarterback today for Minnesota?
I couldn't tell you the young man's name. He was undrafted. I seen him. I scoped him out, but I don't know. I mean, first start, but undrafted. What do we got? Do we got Kurt Warner here? Probably not.
I want to see who it is, though. I want to QB. Well, McCarthy, Brosmer.
Yes.
Where did he play? Did he play Mizzou? Where was it? Where did he play?
Yeah. Looks like Purdue.
Mizzou, I think.
All right.
Missouri.
So anyway, so then what I'm going to say, and this is easy, and I got to go against you, Matt. 12 is way too many.
Not for a young man coming out.
You just said this kid could come in and start. You just said this kid could come in and start flinging the ball around.
And he played in the pro style offense.
What better group of receivers would you want to just throw the ball around to? They stay within 12. They definitely stay within 12. This kid's going to sling it. He might throw a couple interceptions, but goddamn, he can't ask for better NFL receivers. So
and NFL ready offense. Mizzou is so pro style, so he's going to come out, and that's one thing you're definitely going to see is him sling that ball for sure. I do remember this kid, but that Mizzou offense
spreads too much. 12. I'm taking the Vikings.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Sean?
Yeah. Well, the thing about Brosmer that I saw is that everyone's oohing and on over his girlfriend. And why that's important is if you're an undrafted free agent quarterback, You make the NFL. You're getting a start. You need to impress.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm sure he's talking to the coaches about that. And he's saying, coaches, here's what I need. I need to impress my girl. Let's keep everything short. Let's work with the running game. We got a good running game here. Defense, as long as they play in front of them, we'll be golden. We'll be able to beat this spread. And that's exactly what he's talking. He's talking about the spread to the coaches. So, with that being said, I'm going Minnesota. I think Rosmer has a good chance to do okay, not great, okay, and that's all you need to beat the spread.
For the record, Brosmer was given the hot girlfriend upon becoming starting quarterback. That's just part of the Minnesota deal. They're like, oh, yeah. He's like, I got to look like a starter. They're like, here, this is Patrice. So we split on that one. Let's move to the next game, which would be holy cow almighty. It's who's playing this? Is it the Steelers? The
Great game. Steelers, Buffalo,
Bills and the Steelers. Bills and the Steelers. There it is. I'm sorry, I can barely read it. Bills -3 at Pittsburgh. Who went first last time? I don't know. Who wants to go first? Who went first last time? Anybody know? Anybody know? But me, Sean, go.
All right, very good. Well, it's kind of the tale of the exact same team, where they had these high expectations. They're leaders for a point in their division, but they're both starting to go downhill and go downhill pretty fast. Pittsburgh, Rodgers still being hurt, though he is playing today, I believe.
Yes.
And so I think you got to go with the home team. I think that's the only difference here. So I'm going to take it's Pittsburgh at home.
Matt?
Such a tough
Yeah.
flip of a coin, right? Two teams that can get pushed around and can get bullied. And like Captain said, you almost want to go with the home team, man. I'm going to go with Buffalo. And I think it's only because Buffalo has more to show on offense, more power on offense. And I think that they have their back more in the corner. I think Pittsburgh needs this game just as much as Buffalo does. But I think that they're in better condition for the division than Buffalo is even to get in the playoffs. And I keep hearing KC's going to miss the playoffs. It would be crazy if Buffalo and KC miss the playoffs. I can't see it. I think Buffalo's got more to give. And I think we see it today. Give me Buffalo, but I say that 75%.
So you guys split on that one. So Buffalo wins today by more than 3. And Brandon Cooks has a phenomenal day because I was reading like the Buffalo type, the local articles and whatnot. And all Josh Allen kept saying was how, Brandon Cooks is a professional. He already knows the offense, blah, blah, blah. And Josh Palmer, I believe, is not playing. So,
yes.
Is he?
No, I didn't know that if he wasn't playing. That's huge.
He's questionable for Sunday, being limited. I heard he wasn't playing. Whatever. Either way, I like Cook stepping into that spot. And I like Buffalo winning. I just think Pittsburgh's falling apart too. And just because they're at home, I think Buffalo wins by 4 or 5, and that's just how it ends up being. Like I think Buffalo is the better of the two teams. So that's how I'm going to weigh my pick on that one. All right, this is one that I've looked forward to for a long time, just because I get to do this. So at 4:00, the Raiders play the Chargers, and the Chargers are favored by 10. Now, I'm going to pick this game. I don't hate the Raiders, but I do think the Chargers are becoming a really good team. With that still said, 10's too many. I'm taking the Raiders. Matt?
Who is it? Raiders and who?
Rodgers.
Chargers.
I do think that 10 is too much between these two teams. Give me the Raiders. Yeah. Yep.
Sean?
All right. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of points. It's a lot of points, Holmes.
A lot of points.
When you get to the barrio and you start talking about the Raiders, there's one man you can talk to, Holmes. And here's the only thing. The Raiders are starting to get healthier. And I really want to go for the Raiders. And I really want to do it, but I can't. I just have been proven too wrong by the Chargers this season. As banged up as they are, just keep chugging along, just keep breaking my heart. You asked me for a team earlier that's broken my heart. There you go, the Chargers. So I'm going to take the Chargers. The Chargers over the Raiders.
Chargers. All right, so we split on that one. All right, we have 4 locks. We move to the Sunday night game. The Sunday night game. Am I right by saying there's only how many games are there left? There's just 2 games left, right?
Yep.
Should be, yes.
Yeah. All right. So the Broncos, I can barely read in the dark. Broncos travel to the Commies. Broncos are favored by 6.5. Yeah. I am the NFC East. So I'm gonna pick really fast on this one. I like the Commies to cover the spread. I'm gonna not only use the 5.5 rule. I'm just gonna use the Commies will make it an ugly game. That's a lot of points. I'm going with Washington, and I hate picking Washington. Hate it. Sean?
Yeah, I keep going back and forth on this game. It's a game that I have no idea what's going on just because of the spread. And Washington, you never know how they're going to do. Washington, they look like world beaters. They look like world defeaters. I don't know. So I am actually going to agree with Mike. I'm going to say Washington wins.
Maddie?
You know, I've been doing this a lot this show. I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to go with my bros. I didn't know. I was going to go with Denver, but I will go with Washington in this situation because I do think that it's a hefty price. And Washington.
The Commies officially have joined the group as a
of the week. The winners I seek. Cash in my hand and hope in my feet. Step to the rhythm, feel that beat. The light. Oh, the winners I seek.
Over the years, Denver and Washington always play real low scoring, tight matchups. As far back as I remember as a kid, you click on the TV and it's like 3-0.
Yeah.
So let's get to the disputed game of the week. Monday Night Football. The New England Patriots, maybe the first or second best team in the whole entire NFL, travel to the Meadowlands to play the New York Giants by 7. I hate to start this one off, but I gotta. I said it several times with the Giants. They lose at the end of games. If it's a big spread, I don't like it, right? On top of that, I don't think that this is the game the Giants win. You know why? Because it just screws up the rest of the draft process. Believe that. If there's a team that can beat the Patriots on Monday Night Football, it's going to be 1-0 primetime Jackson Dart back on the center. I don't want it to happen. I would actually prefer the Patriots win a nice game, but it's not going to happen. It's going to be ugly. The Giants either win a close one and Dart dances off on prime time, or they lose at the last couple of seconds, but not by 7. So I've been right with them with the spread because they hang in there. I'll take the New York Football Giants. Matt.
You know, I agree with everything you just said. It's funny because somebody onlooking could be like all in love with the Patriots, and you could be like, this guy is out of his mind. Everything he just said was truth, and that's all we try to speak. And when I was talking to the owner of my company, he said to me, they should have lost that game to Cincinnati. I was like, yeah, absolutely. I said, Cincinnati was still fighting for the division. One thing Mike Vrabel does with the Patriots is he makes everybody the best opponent right in front of him. But even with the Giants, what does that really matter to the Patriots? Because they're going, we see the media, we know what we are. The punch that hurts is the one you don't see coming. That's the New York Giants. And last week we're sitting here talking about the game, and King was sitting here going, they're going to be right in the game. They're going to have a chance to win it, and they're going to break my heart. I don't just see the Giants covering this spread. I have this vision of them beating the Patriots. I told that to the owner of the company. I said, yeah, sure, they definitely could have lost to the Bengals. And that's because if you watch the show, I said it, they have the tools. And I said, if Joe Burrow is in this game, I expect him to hit those spots that are going to be there. That can happen. There's room to be made on this Patriots defense. I think it's exploited. I think it's constantly going to be exploited. I love the Giants in this game. I do think that they could beat the Patriots. I say take the spread if you just feel comfortable with that. I think it's too much, and I think that the Giants do cover that spread for sure.
Sean, as you sit there in your Patriots gear, what do you think of this game?
All right. I think this is a trap game for the Patriots. I think the 5.5 rule is in full effect. I think that you look at the Patriots, a lot of people aren't recognizing the fact that on their left side, they started 2 rookies who've been playing out of their minds this year.
Totally forgot that on that.
Both out.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the Patriots currently have no pass rush. So if you give Winston time to pass,
Winston,
let me tell you, why,
Winston, it's Jackson Dart Monday night.
it's going to be Dart.
Oh, yeah.
Even worse.
Even better.
So, all right. Well, let's do it up. Let's hit that music.
All
Because
right.
it's going to be a lock.
Let's do little kids.
It's a lock! 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 It's a lock!
The ginger kid, the redheaded kid scares me. That one,
Yes.
kid scares me. My eyes are drawn to him, and in an unusual way. Like I don't want to look away. So, guys, here's our locks for the week. The Texans, the Bucks, the Jets, the Browns, the Commies, the Giants. We gave you, once again, 6 locks. Now, last week was our worst week of the season. And I almost say that proudly because we were 3-3. If breaking even is your worst week, then you're doing something right. Right? And we labeled the last 3, meaning we're the last 3 still telling you how to play the game, how to actually end the NFL itself, and understand the swings of teams, right? There's like there's a feeling you get from the team. If they're like in shape, they're going to play, they're going to suck, that kind of stuff. Matt?
Everything we talked about with the Detroit Lions and Giants last week happened. I can't take the Giants over Detroit. Is Jamal Adams up the middle of the defense, and that's how they won the game, but in OT. Yeah. And if you take the Giants in that aspect, you just watch a great game and won money.
Well, Shane Bowen is no longer in the building, so he's not calling the defense. And if we know that the Patriots have 2 hurt tackles, we're bringing the house. The Giants are another team playing with house money. Doesn't matter to them. Go all out. I don't want to see a punt again. Just go for it. I don't give a shit. Go. Just keep playing. So that's why I see that upset. All right. Again, I like Neil from the Saints, and I like what's his face? I just said the old guy playing today for the Bills. I'm gonna blank on his name. Was Samuel playing for Bills? Who signed with the Bills?
Curtis Samuel.
Yes, I like it. Those are my 2 fantasy ones. Sean, what do you got for parlays, players to watch?
Here's a cool stat for you. Cool. We got who was the number 1 tight end against man coverage for the past 2 years? Anyone want to take a guess?
Travis Kelce.
I wouldn't say Kelsey. I would say probably Brock Bowers.
George Kittle. Today, he's facing a very tough matchup with Cleveland. Well, the 49ers are facing Chargers. However, anytime there's man coverage, he feasts, and the team loses. So look for George Kittle to feast today in daily fantasy. Get some money down. I told you last week it was going to be Hunting Henry.
Browns.
I know.
We took the Browns.
We took the Browns, and Kittle's still going to have a nice day. And he's still going to score an anytime touchdown. And you guys are going to thank me for it.
I think Brock Purdy looks like Duty Poopy Poop.
Oh, Purdy you could put down for an anytime interception. But you want an anytime touchdown, George Kittle's your man if you're looking for one.
Well, if you're looking for a guaranteed 5 receptions, it's Wan'Dale Robinson. I've been saying that for weeks, and he's been in my lineup for weeks. Because
I agree with that. Because the Patriots defense is just non-existent, and Wan'Dale is their number 1A, and he's filled in beautifully.
He gets open on the quick screen. It's a quick little thing so that Dart doesn't have to wait too long. Slayton is going to play, so that gives him their other guy, but he's really good. Dude, my team, my fantasy team, I picked up Kareem Hunt, right? He's worked out. I picked up Devin Neal. We'll see today. I picked up Wan'Dale Robinson and Michael Wilson from Arizona. I believe in the draft, but I forever said
you can win a championship.
The draft's just a little bit of it. Everyone makes such a big deal out of the draft, and after the first round, it's a keeper league. It's like whatever. You can pick it up through free agency if you pay attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, I know everybody's probably got a week or 2 left in their fantasy football leagues. I wish everybody the best of luck. I'm playing Jesse today, and I'm going to beat him, but it's going to be a tough game. I still will beat him. All right. I'm going to give Sean one chance to. We'll give him like 30. We'll give him like 10 seconds to come back on.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to him. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? By the way, that's the only sentence you can say as a question and then answer it with the same words. Watch. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to wrap it up without him. So, guys, please, the locks one last time. Texans, Bucks, Jets, Browns, Commies, Giants. By the spread. 70% over 70% for the season. Never mind how many years we can count back. So, for Captain Picard, for Mastradamus, it's me, Mike Lepre, King Mike L. This was Legit Fantasy Football, brought to you by LegitTube.com. Hey, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you play our picks. We're making